Welcome to See You on the Internet, a podcast exploring life, love, and the pursuit of happiness in the age of the internet. We're your hosts.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicole.
Let's get into it.
We're going to talk about Taylor Swift again, and that's all that matters.
I am dressed on theme today.
Okay, I love that for you.
I do have my gaudy orange. I will wear that gaudy orange. It is in my color wheel, and I will be wearing it. So, the life of a showgirl.
If you didn't listen last week, Kate and I had opinions on how Taylor Swift has been going about the world as of late and the marketing promo for this new era.
And today, we're following that up because we have listened to The Life of a Showgirl. And we're going to discuss the album in its entirety and what we think about it, if we think it lived up to the hype, matched the aesthetics of the marketing campaign, kind of all of the above. So, Nicole, I feel like best place to start, give me a one-word review of The Life of a Showgirl that sums up like all of your feelings about it.
Fine.
Damn, you took my word.
Great minds.
Average.
Basic.
Yeah. Okay.
Middle.
I'm going to put this out there, though. I do enjoy the album. Like, yeah. I do think it's a grower, not a shower.
Okay.
First listen, not the best.
Mm-hmm.
But as I continued to listen, I was like, okay, all right. I'm jamming out to a couple of these songs. Like I'm bopping my head, I'm tapping my toes. Like I'm feeling a little more into it. I think it didn't necessarily match expectations.
No.
And I think what we were talking about last week, like I think all of this imagery and like vernacular.
And you know what? Kate and I are the biggest fans of burlesque. We know about a showgirl.
I'm familiar with the concept of the life of a showgirl.
We know about a showgirl.
Believe. We're familiar with the lives of showgirls.
And I also want to say, preface, like, guys, we're not coming with hater energy. No. Like, we are fans of Taylor Swift.
Yes, correct.
We have been lifelong fans. Well, we've spent the money. We've loved the music throughout
I've been a fan since 1989.
Okay.
We'll put that
so you've been it's fine. You've been a fan of her since she kind of segued into this real pop version of her. So that's fine.
I'm the pop connoisseur, Taylor pop connoisseur.
Yeah. So our opinions, the thing is that I don't think that you can really have opinions on things that you are not in community with.
Correct.
Right? Like people who are like, I hate Taylor Swift just because like she's a person in the world and a lot of other people like her. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't really respect your opinion on this album.
Yes, correct.
What I do want to hear from is people who are have been a fan of her and actually want
thoughtful critiques.
A thoughtful critique, exactly.
And I'll say this too, is I know that there's like a lot of discourse, and this feels very almost typical of a Taylor release, especially in the past like few albums, where the first like week after an album comes out, everyone hates it because it's not what they were expecting. They want more lyricism or they want less of something, and they always are wanting her to do more of something she's done before.
Mm-hmm.
So I will preface like, yes, I think a lot of people come into these album releases with their own expectations. I'll sum it up this way.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that spent 2 years between Crescent City 2 and Crescent City 3 people in this room who had
they're in the room with you right now.
there are calls coming from inside the house. Like we came with our own expectations because we had so long to marinate and hope and believe. We had made up our own story. Like we had made up how this book was going to go, and it didn't live up to those expectations, so we were a bit disappointed. Does that mean I'm not a fan of the series anymore? Not at all. It just meant I could be critical of it, but every time. So we had expectations going into Crescent City 3 that were not met, and so we were disappointed. And I feel as though that's how a lot of Taylor Swift fans are. Like they
100%.
I mean, especially with like the marketing strategies that she deploys for these albums, like she sets herself up for this. Like she sets
Yeah.
herself up for people to have all of these expectations, to expect what they want to expect, and then if it doesn't deliver that, they're going to be upset. However, I will say that objectively, this album did not match the vibes of what she was putting out for the past several months. Like,
100%.
she was like, this album is so happy and sparkly and like just full of joy. And I was on tour and it was like me thinking about things in the bathtub. And like, that's what this is, all behind the scenes. And I just like didn't get that feeling while
No.
listening to it. It was like, I don't
The
know.
thing is that after last week's conversation, I went into the album release being like, I'm not vibing with whatever marketing is going on right now. So I have pretty low expectations with whatever she's putting out,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, I'm not engaging with any fan theories about this. Like I am taking the album at face value.
Yeah.
And it was a perfectly fine pop album.
It was
You know
fine.
what I'm saying? On par with Man's Best Friend. Like
Yep.
it has good bops. The lyrics are not deep at all, but you can like listen to them in the car and you can sing along and you can have a
Yep.
good time, right?
Yes.
But the problem is that Taylor Swift herself has put herself on this pedestal of being English teacher, being the person who's, you know, like the songwriter of our generation and like
Yes. She knows
Shakespearean.
Aristotle.
Exactly. And you know what? It's just like, it's so interesting because that didn't come through at all in this album. And the thing that, yes, it's so funny when we're talking about how this is so similar to Crescent City 3. And it's like we had come up with all of these theories and they were so good. And we were like, oh my God, like she's the master of laying placing the Easter eggs and the thread between all of these
Yeah.
books. And then it didn't happen the way that we wanted to.
Yeah.
And it's so similar. Like Taylor Swift set herself up for this because she has instituted such an Easter egg policy across all of her eras
Yeah.
that people are making things up that don't exist
Yeah.
because it sounds good and it sounds right. Right. And so it's just like, people are like, oh, some people are like, oh, there's gonna be like, this is a joke album, and then there's gonna be like a real album because, like, obviously, like, this is not really her. And I'm like, no, you guys are like making things up now. And
No,
like,
that's
obviously, like, it's psychosis a little bit, but like, we were there. I mean, like, I've been there, like, I get it. And so I think, like, in order to enjoy this album, like, you just have to take it at at face value
yeah.
and just know that unfortunately for all of us, Taylor Swift is in a happy relationship with a dumb man. And that's who she's emulating right now. And like that's all we have to get from this era.
And like she's just a little bit online. She like claims that she's not on social media or anything, and I'm like, I don't believe that for a second because all of the like a lot of the lyrics. Okay, did you
The
ever
lyrics are so millennial girl boss coded. Again, did I girl boss too close to the sun? I need you to take a step back.
like
The TikTok brain rot is jumping out at me. And it's like when in my favorite books, they're like talking about TikTok brain rot. And I'm like, I actually hate this. I
no.
hate it. Stop it.
What yeah, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. The Jennifer L. Armentrout prequel series to From Blood and Ash, when she says that, mind you, they're living in a castle and the only way they get food is from the crops. So keep that in mind. That's the era that we're in. And this main character says the phrase living in my mind rent free.
No, that living in my mind rent free has quite literally kept me awake some nights.
Like
Like being in the
thinking
book
that was put in this book,
in a fantasy magical
I'm
world
like, no one's
where
paying
there's
rent, bitch.
peasants.
Nobody knows what that is.
Like No, we don't need to get into
I
that right
can't.
now.
I can't get into JLA.
But that's just
But
kind of, if you guys can get into
similarly,
our mindset.
that's how if yeah. But okay, here's the thing. Did you ever see the movie Tomorrow? And it was the movie about the Beatles.
No.
And this guy is okay, spoiler alert, guys. Basically this guy is like an artist and he like a musician and he writes songs and he's just like not that popular. But one day he wakes up and he is the only person in the world that remembers the Beatles.
Yes, I
Nobody has
remember the
ever heard of them. They've never existed. They didn't write any of their songs, but he remembers the Beatles and he remembers the songs. So he basically like starts performing them and is like, the world needs to hear these songs. And then he becomes like this huge global superstar. Everyone's like, he's the songwriter of our generation. These songs are incredible. Like, holy shit. And at one point in the movie, he's in LA. He's signed with a label. They're making the first his album, which is literally going to be all of the Beatles' greatest hits. And Ed Sheeran is there. Like he's
Mhm.
like, I'm taking this guy under my wing.
Yep,
And
I
they're
remember
and
that
they're
cheering of it all.
and they're doing the song Hey Jude.
Mhm.
And in the movie, Ed Sheeran goes, you know what we should do instead? Is we should make it Hey Dude instead of Hey Jude, because like Jude isn't really a name that anyone uses anymore. Like it should be like Hey Dude. and
Yeah.
and the guy's like, oh my god, like you are ruining this. And that was like the scene that kept playing in my mind the whole time I was listening to The Life of a Showgirl. And specifically in Eldest Daughter,
Mhm.
when she says like eldest daughters were like lambs for the slaughter, so we donned uh wolf skins and we looked fire.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, this little stanza had so much potential. Like, and like I was loving where it was going. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like, this is a Taylor lyric. Like, we were raised like lambs for the slaughter, so we don the fur of wolves, whatever. And we looked fire. Just absolutely. I was like, you're hey duding this song. Like, you're hey duding Hey Jude. And I'm so upset. And every time I listen to that song, like that one line gets me every time.
You know what? That is an excellent analogy.
Thank
Like
you.
that's the perfect description of that. Yeah, I wanted Eldest Daughter to be better. I do think it's unfortunately one of my top songs on the album though, just based off everything else that's going on the album. Um but again, like what do you mean Taylor Swift wrote would have, could have, should have, and then when it comes time to write a song about being the eldest daughter, like that's what we're getting. Like again, like we have historical context of Taylor Swift like writing
Like her
really
abilities.
good songs, and so then it's just like it really falls flat and you're just kind
Yeah.
of left
And
kind of
I
wondering
feel like
where do we go from here.
truly. And yeah, it's interesting when you look at like comparisons, because I think that like the concepts of a lot of these songs she's done before, and I
Mhm.
almost feel like this is her doing like Lover, Taylor and Travis's version. Like she's redoing her like Joe Alwyn Love album
But
about
Travis
Travis.
as a muse is not good.
Like, because obviously, like Opalite is essentially this album's Lavender Haze. And let me tell you, Lavender Haze blows it out of the water. Like
Lavender is
I'm like,
through the
Lavender
roof.
Haze was so good and so beautiful. And like I do like Opalite. Like I feel like it's catchy.
Like
It's
Lavender Haze is actually a better song to be on Life of the Showgirl because it's talking about like all of these projections that people are putting onto you and the standards in which you have to hold yourself because everyone thinks that you have to live a certain type of life,
yeah.
but this is not how you want to be represented.
Other songs that could be on this album, Mirror Ball, obviously. That's kind of number one. That kind of that was written for this. Like I almost feel like this album was like, I don't know. I also feel like there was a lot of songs in these that felt like they were like vault tracks from other
That's the thing is
albums.
people are like, oh, the reason Max Martin and Shellback are doing this is because she went to the studio to do Reputation vault tracks, and like this is kind of what came out of it instead. And some of these might be rep vault tracks, whatever. Like I do feel like Elizabeth Taylor feels like a Reputation vault track,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Wishlist was a Lover vault track. Like that's literally from Lover. Wishlist is from Lover. You play that along with all of the other Lover songs, doesn't skip a beat. Like
Yeah,
that song was made for that album.
yeah, 100%. It
Like I'd
doesn't
Marry You
feel,
with Paper
again,
Rings.
what did we talk about? What did we talk about last week? I appreciate that she didn't do a 27 song album, right?
Correct.
We wanted a more cohesive storytelling album. However, the songs put together on this album
Wasn't
still don't feel
It
cohesive.
doesn't feel like any sort of story. And like
No.
here's the thing is I get her concept of like this was like made on tour, so it's all like kind of different emotions and feelings that happened on tour, but it didn't really feel like there was like a thread.
No. And you know what, the songs that they what's it called?
Promote
Sampled.
sample.
The songs that they sampled, so we've got like Jackson 5, and then we've also got Cool, Jonas Brothers, crazy. However, I'm like listening to Life of a Showgirl, I'm like, why the fuck are we sampling Cool right now? What are we doing? And so I was talking to Carly and my roommate, and I was like, it would be cool. It would have been cool, not to be to name the song, but like I was like, oh, I went back and I checked all of the other songs because like maybe she sampled like songs of artists that like kind of portray this like secondary life, like Life of a Showgirl, like people who kind of had personas or people that she really, admired. I was like, that would be really cool. Like she took inspiration from like all these people who have had really big careers and also kind of know what it's like to live this kind of double life. No, no, again, making things up in my head that are better than what we were given. So I just was like struggling to understand like why we chose the songs that we did to sample that because
Yeah.
it didn't really make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It yeah, the Jonas Brothers have it all.
Like I truly was like, am I crazy?
Like
I
and
had to
now
go
I
check.
send their like and now I send
Which is kind of crazy because people are theorizing on the internet. Again, here we go with the theories that canceled because it's spelled with two L's is about Sophie Turner because she's British and that's how they spell it in the UK. And
oh my
so,
goodness.
but then it would be like crazy for her to then sample the Jonas Brothers if she's writing a song about how she's standing with Sophie
Yeah.
being canceled. I don't know. I truly kind of like tuned it out because I was like, this is a bad theory.
I'll
Like,
make
I
up a
don't
theory. Cancel is about Logan Lerman, 2 L's.
understand. To double out Logan
Who
Lerman.
knows?
Logan Lerman will never be canceled.
No, but
Number
she
one
would
white
like
boy
him
of the
better if he
month.
was.
And while we're on the topic, canceled.
Yeah,
The one,
I would kind of feel like we should go like track by track.
yeah, okay, let's do
Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. The Fate of Ophelia.
it. Mm-hmm.
This was a major grower for me. The first time I
Okay.
listened to this song, I said, "What in the absolute fuck am I listening to?"
I texted you and I said I'm kind of vibing with the album, but I was worried after the first song.
I was quite literally flabbergasted. I was like, I don't understand. I don't know. It was not clicking for me. I do enjoy it now. I'm like, okay, I can bop along to this. Like I it's not my favorite, but I appreciate it now. Um I mean I like the concept of like, Travis came and like saved her from this fate.
Wrong, 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 wrong. What about Ophelia dying because her whole entire life has been a, a series of events dictated by her father and her future husband, a man,
Mm,
and the only actual decision she ever makes in her entire life to get out of this life that she has is to kill herself, is to then say, oh, the only way I can be saved is by another man. get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. I just was like, you miss the entire point of the whole character. And so to me, I'm already like grounds for removal. I'm not vibing with this
Yeah, but
song.
I want to know what? She reads Aristotle. She didn't say she read Shakespeare.
I'm like, the English teacher actually can't. And you know what? Carly and I were talking about this. She doesn't have a high school degree, nor does she have a college degree. So we actually can't hold her to that high of standards
I'm
when
dead.
it comes to
Well, she does have those honorary doctorates, though.
comprehending classic literature.
Like, I see where she was trying to go with it. Like, I see.
Sorry, didn't mean to buzzer you, but I just was like, no.
No, I mean, the way you're describing is like the actual, like, underlying subtext of Ophelia.
Mhm,
However, the more surface level that maybe someone without a high school or college diploma might see out of this is she has a string of like horrible men in her life that are ruining her life. And she's like, I can't take this anymore. I am just going to kill myself. Like, I have to, because the men in my life are horrible and making all these terrible decisions for me. And so for Taylor, she's like, all the men in my life really have sucked. All of the men I've dated, mostly. Obviously, she has a good relationship with
mhm,
her father and her brother. But like, everyone, I mean, even industry men have like not
mhm.
treated her well. And so I think she's like, and then someone came along and showed me that, like, hashtag not all men.
I
And I
just
feel like, but I also like, I feel like I see where she thought she was going with it.
yes. No,
So like,
100%.
concept of Ophelia, Fate of Ophelia, I'm like, cute, I guess. Cute in theory, maybe not as good in practice, perhaps.
Well, again,
But
I'm like, you can't call yourself an English teacher. People on the internet were like, I fear Travis is the English teacher. Like, did she write these lyrics for Travis to understand? Like, I can't
if you're Travis is the
comprehend.
English teacher. Like,
And she posted the music video came out today, I think.
mhm.
But she posted the lyrics, pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. I just am like, when I see that, when I actually see the lyrics in front of
It's when
me,
you read the lyrics that it gets
you,
worse.
again, this is why, like, similarly, Carly and I are watching Supernatural. Okay, this show is so absurd. We're constantly like, that doesn't fucking make sense. What are we doing here? We have to be like, we have to calm down. We have to calm down. We're not. This is not serious. This is not
You
a
need to calm
serious
down. You're being too loud.
like. We need to calm down. And so like that's I'm feeling myself getting worked up about these lyrics, and I need to be like, you know what? It's not that serious. It's not that
Suspension
serious.
of disbelief here is
Like, it's not
kind
that
of
serious.
necessary. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
So based on vibes alone, Ophelia, fuck yeah.
yeah, like, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. Next up, Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Taylor.
Taylor. I love this song. For me, number one song on the album.
Okay.
Because to me, feels Reputation. And you know Reputation is my number one
I do
album.
know that. I
And
do know
so
that.
like there are some parts of the song where she's trying to use big words. Again, this is one of my issues with Taylor Swift as of late. Like after Folklore and Evermore, she's tried to like recapture this air of being literate and like using a lot of big words to seem smart.
Just literate.
And so like the Elizabeth Taylor of it all like kind of does feel like that. But then when we get to the chorus, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. And I want to be in a car driving 100 miles an hour listening to that
Yeah.
song.
No, it's a good one. It, again, I think that one grew on me a little
Hmm.
too. It's a fun song. I'm just I don't know. It's interesting to me that she feels the need to like always be really drawing these comparisons with other like women, like,
Starlets.
yeah, like Elizabeth Taylor. On the last album we had Clara Bow, like
Mhm, Stevie
Stevie Nicks,
Nicks.
yeah. So that's just like interesting to me. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this. I don't know. Also, we hear, what are our thoughts on that song being about Kelly Teller?
I haven't heard that theory.
Because Kelly Teller gave her an opalite and emerald ring for her
Mm.
birthday. And like in the video or on Instagram where Taylor's like kind of showing it off, she's like, this feels like a gift for Elizabeth Taylor.
Mm,
I'm like, but then also Kaylee said in our Instagram group, I need to know what happened between them. And I said,
yeah.
what are you talking about? I didn't know anything happened, and no one answered me.
No, well, I didn't know anything happened either, so
So
we're
I'm just
both on
kind of
that.
like, I don't know what's going on, but that's a rumor that
Well,
it's
the
about her.
problem is that, like, it feels like everyone has fallen out with Taylor.
I mean, it
Like,
doesn't look like she has any friends anymore, which is
her
really
only friends are Brittany Mahomes and those other Republican bitches from Kansas City.
like, I feel like she was all, and Selena. I feel like Selena's kind of back.
Yeah, yeah.
But like she was always used to be going out to dinner with like all these different people, like especially Blake and Ryan.
Let's
We'll
talk
get
about
there.
she used to hang out with Muna. She used to hang out with Boy Genius. She used to hang out with the girls, the gays, and the theys. We haven't seen her with a girl, a gay, or a they in a long ass time.
She name
Again.
dropped Lucy on the last album, shitting on Maddie Healy.
Mm-hmm.
She got
Mm-hmm.
all the girlies up in an uproar about Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
She's still got beef there. Well, again,
Yeah.
we'll get into it. But like, it's correct. We haven't seen anything. And you want to know what? It's not a new relationship, but you know, when people do get in relationships, they tend to isolate a little bit. She's been on tour for a long time. This is her and Travis's kind of first time where they've really been like both
But you
not
know
doing
what? You know
anything.
what?
So
You know
like it's
what?
like I get it, but also
Don't piss me off though, not you, Taylor, because
you're
before
like,
she
damn,
met
I'm flipping
Travis,
strays on this episode. She is. Eh.
before she met Travis, and like in the early days of Era Tour, the first time she went around, who were her openers? Hello? Who were her openers? Girl in Red, Muna. We obviously,
Charli XCX? Anyone?
yeah, we had Gracie, but like I'm like, you had a bunch of lesbians, and then no one, then nothing. Once Travis came into the picture, and so I'm like, okay, so you did drop your friends. So I'm just saying, I'm not happy about it. I'm not excited about it. And again, what did we talk about last week? She couldn't do "You Need to Calm Down"
No,
on this album.
absolutely not. I mean, she shouldn't have done that song on any album. It's a terrible song, but
Terrible sandwich, by the way.
terrible sandwich, by the way. Okay, Opalite. We kind of already talked about it, but I feel like it was this album's Lavender Haze. Didn't quite live up to Lavender Haze for me, but I did kind of. I appreciated the lyrics in this song. I feel like there weren't that many like lyrics that I was like to Taylor. Like I do appreciate the lyrics in this one. I thought they painted nice pictures, and I like the beat. I like the tune of it all. I'm a
I think
fan.
it's a great ending song, a great credit song for a cute little rom com, or
Hmm.
cute little Netflix rom com.
Yeah,
Okay,
or like
I'm
a little
dancing
like high school dance moment
down.
in a rom-com, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Father
But
figure.
I saw something.
Oh.
I saw a take
Oh,
on TikTok
tell me.
about how she I think she had a line in another song about Onyx,
Yes. No, it's in
and
this
or
one. It's in
in
Opalite. Yeah.
Opalite. She's talking about trading Onyx for Opalite. They were like, a Crystal Girly chimed in, and she was like, Onyx is known for grounding and reassurance and stability, and Opalite is fake. It's not a real crystal. And so they were like, so what? She's just trading, like, if she's considering Joe Alwyn as like Onyx, like what? She's trading this like really serious grounding relationship for something that's fucking fake. Okay, that's not, what are you trying to tell us, babes?
Yeah.
So I don't have anything deeper on that to say. I just found that to be an interesting take, but I'm
Yeah.
not a crystal girly.
Yeah, because it was you were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. Which
Yeah.
I'm like, I like that lyric a lot.
Hmm.
However, the Crystal Girlies just kind of turned that on its head for me.
I know, which is crazy. So like again, I can see where the psychosis comes from, where people are like, this is all fake. This is fake.
Yes,
Like, think,
correct.
look, read the lyrics. And I'm like, I actually, I can see how we get there, but like, are we there? Like, is she there? Or are we just light years ahead of her?
We're
Like, I don't know.
exactly. Again, the Crescent City 3 of it all. The Crescent City 3. This album is Crescent City 3 in an album.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, father figure.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Ate it up.
A great song. She's got a bigger dick than the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, good song. Good song. Good
Great.
song. I
No, it's
appreciated it.
really in the top 3 for me, for sure.
Yeah. I'm just like, that was a good one. Like that was a good one. It was like she was doing the man but from
Hold
like
on,
the
I have to
other
close my window. What
POV.
the hell is going on out here? Like, it's literally pitch black outside. What are you fucking screwing in out there?
I couldn't hear
Okay.
anything. So,
Okay. Continue.
yeah, good song. Also just say that kind of easy, an easy review. Father
Like,
Figure, good
sorry,
song.
father figure actually should have been more eldest daughter coded.
Yes.
Like, that's kind of where we're at. So,
Yeah. Like I feel like Father Figure was a good example of Taylor talking about someone that has done her wrong in a very artistic way
mhm,
that I've kind of missed from her. Like I feel like
yeah.
she is very good at taking certain scenarios about people or situations that have, harmed her, and
Mhm,
she can put them into a song really beautifully, and I think she did that really well here.
yeah.
Um and I appreciate, like I feel like it kind of called back to like Mean, like I just feel like
The
there's like,
problem I have with this now, though,
oh, she has
is
about a
like,
problem now. She just decided she has a problem.
no, about like when you talk about mean, right, versus like father figure now, and you're talking about how when she has like an issue and she writes a song about it, is that just like we saw the meme that is the Samantha Jones. It would be cute when you were 20. It was cute when you were 23, but you're 35 now. Enough. And it is kind of sometimes like, okay, girl, you're a billionaire. You're engaged. You literally have everything you want, which everyone's like, "Oh, that's what the album's about." She's still sad even though she has everything. Oh, I feel bad for her. I don't, girl. Log off. I don't know what to tell you. So I get it, but I'm also like, this is how I.
See,
We'll get into this more when we hit actually romantic.
oh God, yeah, we will. But here's the yeah, and the difference between this and actually romantic is I feel like this was a scenario where she was in a scenario where the power really was taken away from her, and
Yeah.
it was like an actual like scenario where people were wronging her and
Hmm.
like taking advantage of her, holding power over her head, and that is a scenario in which I feel like you are allowed to write a
Entitled.
song
Yeah.
about that,
Hmm. Hmm.
because you did not have power in this situation, and it was something that went on for a really long time and like really harmed
Yeah.
you, and you
Hmm.
like, yeah, write the song, bitch.
Yeah.
Other scenarios, however, we'll get into. We are getting into a lot of things. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, ruin the friendship. Cute song.
Hmm.
I'm wonder like did this person, okay, let me get,
This person died.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like recently?
I have not a
And like,
clue.
was this something where like it happened while she was on the
Tour.
Eras tour, and
Yeah.
it kind of was like a big juxtaposition between like what her life is now and like what it could have been if she had
Hmm.
decided to like ruin the friendship and kiss this boy and like
Hmm.
just really kind of shocked her, in which case that would be not like cool, but like
Yeah.
I would really like kind of
It would
appreciate
be
the
a
song.
good story to tell.
However, I'm like, if this happened a long time ago, then like, why now? Like, why are we
Yeah.
telling this story now? Especially like you're thinking about how you should have ruined the friendship with a boy in high school and kissed him, but like you are happily engaged now. Like, I'm like, I don't understand. That's why I'm like, not like I'm hoping he died during Eras tour, but like I
Yeah.
feel like I want this to be a more recent
Yeah.
situation. I don't know.
I have not a clue. Again, we have to talk about the fact that she got famous in high school.
Yeah.
So the last time she had a real normal life was when
And
she
real
was
normal
15,
experiences
16
to draw on.
years old.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I guess you're gonna write a song about your high school guy friend. Sure. But again, you're 35 years old now.
We really need to move on past the high school of it all. Like, I'm begging.
I'm begging.
Begging. I'm begging.
Again, I cutesy little song, not like little,
Cute
you know,
cute little throwback, bringing Abigail back
yeah.
into the narrative.
Historic Abigail Poll, love to see it, love to hear it,
Yeah.
but fine.
Anyways, now what I really want to talk about. Now what I really want to talk about. Actually romantic.
Yeah.
Actually romantic. So if you've lived under a rock, this song is a Charli XCX diss track.
Allegedly. People are saying they don't know.
Oh,
She's
okay.
trying, but
Pretty sure we know.
mm,
Kind of a
hey.
call and response to "Sympathy is a Knife" from
Mm-hmm.
Brat, where Charli talks about her like deep. I mean, Brat was all about putting
Brat
on.
was one of the most vulnerable albums I've ever seen a pop
Honestly,
star make.
Brat was kind of the life of a showgirl because it's putting on this persona of being a brat and not caring and going out and partying and doing all these things when you and kind of masking up your like deep-seated insecurity.
Yep.
Like deep-seated insecurity.
Yeah.
And
And the
so
reason you're partying so much is because you're not sure about this life that you really want to be living.
right. Like kind of the idea of the life of a showgirl.
It's the antithesis
Like
of whatever this is.
so so on Sympathy is a Knife, Charlie sings about how there's this girl that is, dating the bandmate of her boyfriend,
Mhm.
and she doesn't like when this girl is there because she makes her feel so insecure and like inadequate, and it's just kind of like it eats at her that this girl just like kind of is a mirror for her own insecurities. She's kind of
Mhm.
like everything that she isn't.
Yeah.
And so of course you have to look at context clues. Charlie XCX is now married to George Daniel of the 1975, whose bandmate is Maddie Healy, who dated
Famously.
Taylor
Mhm.
for a short period of time. Obviously, we know that relationship didn't
Well,
go very
they were
well.
on and off for a very long time,
Right. But
but
I think at the
yes.
this
Yes.
while Charlie was with George
Yes.
was like the most public form of Maddie and Taylor.
Yeah.
And so Charlie writes a song that we can all kind of assume was that Taylor, obviously huge mega star, dating Maddie, brings out a lot of Charlie's insecurities of like, oh, we're
Because also keep in mind, Brat is Charlie's like pop like big moment.
yeah,
Like Brat really catapulted her to like the
yes.
level at which she is today. Like before Brat, like she was, she obviously had some bops, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say she was like gonna sell
She
out
was
stadium.
not a household name.
Yeah.
She was like an if you know, you know, like you're a real one if you know Charlie XCX.
You
Um,
remember the icon of pop,
yes.
Charlie, like she
You
was
remember Boom
indie
Clap.
pop.
You were
Yeah,
there for
boom
Boom
clap,
Clap.
exactly. Yeah,
I've been there. I've been here since Boom Clap.
right.
I'm a Boom Clap original.
So like if we're thinking about the playing fields in which these two women are on, like
Right.
Taylor's light years above.
Light years. So,
Reasonable
of
to
course,
feel
like Charlie, as we said earlier, opened for Taylor for a
mhm,
while, was her opener. So, like, obviously had there's a power dynamic there. Like, you're opening for Taylor Swift. Like, you're not at the level of Taylor Swift. You're an opener. It's great she's taking you under her wing, whatever. Like, you're opening her show. But then to be on, you know, then to be in an environment where you're kind of on relatively even playing fields where your two boyfriends are playing in the same band, then it really is kind of like a stark, okay, how are we different, because we're
mhm,
kind of in the same scenario but we are very different. And
mhm,
so Sympathy is a Knife, I felt like, was very very vulnerable, and like, yes, it was a little bit of shade, of course, but in a way that I feel like she was more shading herself and
mhm,
her own feelings. It was more like an
yeah.
introspective song. So now back to the life of a showgirl, we get to Actually Romantic, the response to Sympathy is a Knife, saying, I heard you called me um
Boring
boring
Barbie.
Barbie when the cocaine got you brave.
Mhm.
and is all about how this person like wrote a song about her saying you wrote a song saying that you hated to see my face at your
Mhm.
boyfriend's show, you high-fived my ex, said you're glad he ghosted me, like all of these
Mhm.
things that we can pretty much assume are about her and Maddie's relationship at that time, and then is saying like it's actually romantic how much you think about me, how much you talk about me, like all of these things is
And she's basically like, "And I don't think about you at all."
yeah,
Which, hey, hate to break it to you, you wrote
you
a
are.
whole song about it.
Yeah. So, and I feel like, and this is where we're talking about father figure. And like,
Mhm.
yes, I think that she had every single right in the world to write father figure about Scott Borchetta
Mhm.
and how he posed as a father figure to her for the very early parts for a majority of her career. And then he absolutely went behind her back and sold
Mhm.
her masters to her literal arch enemy.
Mhm.
Horrible situation.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, that fucking sucks, and that was a power dynamic in which she was not the one in power, so I think she definitely needed to write that song and had every
Yeah.
right to. This one felt a little lopsided,
Mhm.
especially because I don't feel that "Sympathy Is a Knife" was, like, a Taylor diss track. It was very much a diss track, like a self-inflicted diss track. Like, I feel like
Right.
she was very much talking about her own insecurities and being like, almost like, "I'm fucking stupid for feeling this way, like,
Right.
about this person." And
Yeah.
Taylor was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna actually ruin you."
Yeah.
And I
No,
was
it
just
was,
like, the power dynamic felt very off balance on this.
and then we juxtaposition that with, um, Girl So Confusing, the remix,
Yes.
Lord and Charlie working it out on the remix after Lord hearing Girl So Confusing and being like, "Oh my god, Charlie doesn't actually hate me. Like we were miscommunicating and we were both dealing with our own shit. Let's write a song about it.
Yeah, like, let's work it out on the
Let's
remix.
work it out on the
Like,
remix."
yeah. There's just because there's also just I don't know, there's that level of, like, emotional maturity, I'll say,
Mhm.
where like, "Hey, I hear you. Let's talk about it, and then, like, let's mutually benefit from this. Like, let's write a song, it's gonna go crazy, and, like, we can mend our relationship." And, like, Lord was at Charlie's wedding, like, Lord is
Mhm.
at Charlie's birthday parties, like, they're hanging out now, they've moved past it. And this
Mhm.
is where I feel like sometimes Taylor gets the reputation that she does, is because it never really feels like she is willing to, like,
Make amends.
grow from a
Mhm.
situation or,
Yeah.
like, talk about things.
Yeah.
It always feels very much like, "Okay, I'm gonna actually make all of my fans your enemies, and I
Yeah.
will destroy you." And,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, fair or not, whether that is, like, rooted in misogyny, how we view those things, whatever. It's just kind of how it appears at sometimes.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, also this song, should have been sung by Olivia Rodrigo, obviously.
Again, because she's 22 years old.
And, yeah, it's yeah.
Like, yes, again, at 22 years old, fine, write a diss track. But even Olivia Rodrigo's diss track about fucking Sabrina Carpenter during that whole love triangle was better than whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah. Like, but I mean, I'll say I'm excited though because Charlie has posted a photo from the recording studio
Oh,
with a
girl, get in
heart
the studio.
emoji. I said, "Okay,
Get in the
Charlie's gonna
studio.
say, actually, this is how you write a diss track." I'm name dropping now.
Get in that studio, bitch. Let's
So
go.
kind of excited to see where this goes
And
because
also, like, what do you mean? Like, you're happy that your ex ghosted you? Like, great. You're with the love of your life now, allegedly.
right,
So
like
that
you should
shouldn't
also
fucking
be
matter to
glad.
you. Yeah.
You should also be glad. You should also
Maddie's
be
also engaged
right.
happily in a happy relationship. Like, what happened to
Everyone's
now I
moved on.
send my ex's baby's presents?
Right.
Like, where was that?
Well, Maddie's the smallest man that ever lived, so we're not getting past that. He's
It's
the one
just
that got
like,
away for her, I feel.
the thing is that like a lot of people are like, this album and this song specifically feels like Taylor's mad at her fans for making her and Maddie break up. Because obviously, if you remember, But Daddy, I Love Him is very much about like, mind your fucking business. I'll date who I want to date. And it's about fans writing soliloquies, another big word that she loves, and about like how she shouldn't be with him. And I'm like, yeah, it's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like she's ever moved on, and she's like taking it out on everyone else.
Yeah.
Travis, run.
Like, if Maddie Healy ever wanted to come back in the picture, I feel like she would absolutely jump on that opportunity.
Yeah.
He won't, though, because he and Gabriette are literal soulmates.
Yeah.
If they ever end, that's when I stop believing in love, because those two were made for each other. They're two freaks. Two hot freaks.
100%.
Two hot weirdos. They found each other. She has a pet rat. He's ratty. I'm like, you guys are actually, this makes a lot of sense. But that's actually romantic. And I'll say, though, I enjoy the song. Like, I have fun listening to it.
Well,
However,
it's a better song if you think about her talking about Donald Trump.
there, or someone that actually deserves it.
Yeah. Like, if you just internalize it about yourself and you're like, this is for my haters, it's way better song.
Really good. Really good.
Again, we got to step back from it being serious.
Yes,
to enjoy it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go on to Wish List. I already kind of shared my thoughts, but I think this song is cute. I think it's really cute. I think it belonged on Lover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, all of these people want all of these things and they should have them. They should have whatever they want. I just want you. Like, my wish list is just having you. And I think that that's a very cute sentiment. And I think that's how a lot of people feel. Like, I think that's like kind of what love should feel like. I'm like, okay, I enjoy this. I enjoy her writing a happy song about someone that she loves. And she seems, however, I fear that she is never going to be super content, because she's like, the possibility for normalcy for her is long gone.
Yeah.
She will never live like a normal life. But would it be enough if I could never give you peace? She knows this. But like, so I'm like, take this all off your wish list, girl. Like, let's manifest some realistic things for us, perhaps.
But again, going back to the themes, life of a showgirl, double life, like, she knows that she can't have these things, but that's why it's on her wish list.
Yeah.
I do hate the dollar signs in the wish list, though.
I'm choosing.
I don't know why we needed to do that, but neither here nor there.
She has all this money, but she still has a wish list.
Yeah.
Money doesn't solve everything.
Yeah.
Except it could, probably.
Probably could for her.
It could for me. That's for
girl.
sure.
Go back at your GED, I guess. Go take a class at NYU. I don't know. Do something. You could do anything.
All right.
Would
the new heights of manhood.
Again, I am just like, I don't need to know all of that. It's very much a Sabrina Carpenter coded song, but she doesn't have that vibe. She hasn't made that persona. It doesn't feel right coming from her.
The most skin she had ever shown for a long time was the Tortured Poets Department cover. Like, people were like, oh, she's in her sexy era. And I'm like, it just doesn't really, it doesn't fit with her persona. It doesn't fit with like the image that she has like built for herself.
Yeah.
I saw some tweets and people were like, this album makes it seem as though Taylor Swift lost her virginity to Travis.
No, 100%. My friend texted me and he's like, damn, look at what some back shots to a white girl will do to her. And I'm like, dead ass. Like, I don't know what's happening here. I don't find it. It's a song that I wish I liked more, because I like the sampling. Like, I like the fun nature of it.
No, I do.
But I also don't like the key to opening my thighs kind of line. Like,
I
again,
just feel as though it's the delivery. Yeah. It's, if Sabrina sang this song, I think it would really work.
Oh, it would,
because
hit.
It would be so good. Like, I feel like she has the persona, she has the vibe, and I think she can deliver those lines in a really like, this song should be really like cheeky.
It's satirical. It's cheeky. It's,
and I don't think that Taylor is cheeky. Like, I don't know if she can like put across cheeky. Like, her whole thing is about like sincerity, I feel, or completely in the opposite direction. but like I don't know if she hit the mark of like this, like the cheekiness for this song.
Yeah.
Like I would love to hear Sabrina cover this.
Yeah, can't or Wood was fine. I don't know if I'm gonna be like bopping it all the time. Um Again, also I fear that their sex is boring. Like I don't it doesn't feel like they have fun sex. I don't know. From this maybe that's just her. I just am like this is like I know you were getting fucked with Maddie Healy. I know that to be certain.
Like, yeah.
Girl, you had to write 75 songs about him.
Yeah.
And like the thing is too is that like obviously there were songs about Travis on TTPD and like so high school I thought that that was kind of the lowest point of a song about Travis, but now we've got Wood and it's kind of like where
He's
do
a
we go?
football player with a big dick, and that is essentially all that he is. That's what he's that's how she's written him.
That's how she's written him.
Yeah, it's
But again, enough with the fucking call outs to his stupid fucking podcast, bitch. I'm sick of it. You are your own person, and I'm just like, you don't need to go on your boyfriend's podcast. We talked about this last week. I didn't vibe with me that she announced it on his podcast, and I don't want to hear about it in a song either.
well, it's the only podcast she's ever been on. Probably the only one she's ever really listened to. So I feel as though that she's feeling really she's in her podcast era right now, and I think that is like a new like this is a new personality trait for her. The podcast girl.
Well, she's about 10 years too fucking late.
Well, similarly to these feelings, let's get on to canceled. I will say, I really enjoy canceled.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I like the like vibe of it. Like it, I enjoy it as a song. I think it's like kind of fun. It's a little funky. I don't. I in an ironic way, I love when she like really like paints herself as like this person in like hell, and like she's just this like
The victim complex goes crazy.
like it always makes me laugh because I'm like you also like you're like America's sweetheart, like you are like the shiniest most bejeweled person, like you are not this like underdog. I don't
No, I know.
know. So let's discuss canceled. Who do we really think it's about, or do we think it's just about a collection of people in our life?
The thing is, I don't really care.
Fair.
The thing that I don't like about this song is sure we can view this album in a vacuum, right? Without any context about the world that we currently live in. However, we did just spend a whole hour last week talking about how tone deaf a lot of the promotion was for this
Yeah.
album and the state of the world and who she's hanging out with and what she's choosing to speak out about and spend her time on. And for me, putting out this song at this time with the people she's hanging out with, it feels pointed to me, right? So it's like, oh, so you admit that the people that you hang out with are not good people and you don't care about that. So, like, for me, I'm like, on TikTok, every single insufferable MAGA person that is using this song as their anthem. And it's like anyone with foresight could have saw that coming. You know what I mean? And so to me, I'm just like the fact that either A, it's about Brittany Mahomes and like Blake Lively and all of these people who are seemingly not great individuals in the grand scheme of things being canceled, or you're just so wildly tone deaf and you have no concept about how your art is going to be received in the world,
Yeah.
that it's hard for me to even care about a song like this because we are not living in a vacuum.
Yeah.
we do have context of the current state of the world.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, girl, you should have left this one
In the
off
vaults.
in the vaults
Yeah.
because bitch, you've never been canceled. Give me a fucking break. Like, oh, what? Your reputation era, like, oh, people were mad at you about things. Yeah, okay, well, guess what? Now, again, you're a fucking billionaire. And hey, by the way, did you see that she's dropping? You sent this
I
to me.
sent this to you.
4 more
And
albums.
you have to buy all 4 to be able to get all of the acoustic tracks and a voice note.
Bitch, you're gonna get you are gonna get canceled. Like, enough.
I yeah. It's I also but here's the other thing is like just even the fact that this song exists where people are like now playing the guessing game of like who is it? Who is it that she's actually standing behind? I feel like if you're really friends, people shouldn't have to like ask that. Like actions
Hmm.
speak louder than words, actions speak louder than songs. Like I don't know, go back out to dinner with Blake Lively. If you're going to write a whole song about how like you don't care that she's canceled, you're still going to stick by her, like you're welcoming her into like the underworld of canceled people. Like, okay, show it. Put your money where your mouth is. Go to dinner with her. No, you don't actually want to say who it is because you still don't actually want to be associated.
100%. And it's also like, yeah, if you believed in her, then you would have posted something. You would have stood up for her and been like, these are completely false allegations. Like, I'll sit on the trial. Like, I'll be a character witness for Blake. Like, I believe in her. But again, you're so worried about your reputation and collecting all that moolah that you won't do a damn fucking thing.
But you'll put out a song
But you put out
so
a song
that
about
this song is the equivalent of the little black square on your Instagram.
it. 100%.
What does it do? Nothing. It's performative. It's just showing it, but you didn't even have to say anything. You can just
And you know
post
what?
it.
Even if it is about someone who is being canceled wrongfully and like the mob mentality, again, you haven't. Now the worst people on the internet are using this as an anthem, and you should have known that that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So regardless about who it's about, it's it's a non-starter for me
Yeah.
now.
Canceled.
Canceled's canceled in my
Canceled is
house.
canceled. Okay. Honey.
I think Honey
I
is
really like
sweet.
Honey. Again, I feel like it belonged on Lover.
Mhm.
I just think it's really cute. I like really do like the concept behind it. Like people call you sweetheart and like
Mhm.
every woman knows that like if someone typically if you're getting called sweetheart, it is not a good thing.
Condescending.
That is
Yeah.
condescending, that is not good. People call you honey, it is again very often condescending and I think like and then the concept of like okay, but when you say it it's very different and like you can call me those names because you mean it and like you want me and like you're in love
Yeah.
with me and I just think that's really cute. I really liked that song.
I like it too. I love Honey as a pet name too, so
Mhm. Mhm. So I like that one. And then the title track, Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter. I'll say it, I like
and
Sabrina's part most.
the Jonas Brothers. Yeah, again, I said that this song feels like she's ready for all of her songs to be picked up as a Mamma Mia Broadway musical type situation because this is giving a song before the intermission, like big
Yeah,
final song before the intermission, like sure, I guess. I
yeah,
don't know. I just was like again, it lacks a lot of depth where I think that she could have told a really interesting story about what it's like and her and Sabrina have been kind of on this parallel journey of like needing to put on this big spectacle and, stripping down for people and all of this and I just don't think that that's where
yeah.
we ended up.
It felt like something I mean, it was a version of it, like a type of song that we've seen her do a lot in the past, which is like
Mhm.
center, like really make it a story and like a full beginning, middle, end of a story and like centered around a person, whether it's a historical figure. Like it reminded me of like Last Great American Dynasty,
Yeah.
where it's like it's a narrative about a person, about a
Yeah.
about a woman and like their life But I just felt like this one fell a little bit flat. It didn't, yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, it didn't have a ton of depth. I felt like it kind of like it moved a little too quickly and there wasn't enough like I don't know, I didn't feel like I like totally like got the
Yeah.
story from it. Whereas like The Last Great American Dynasty, like you could write a movie based on literally that exact song. Like that
Yeah.
song is the plot of a movie. And
100%.
I just think she did such a great job with that song. But like, and then we see, and like, I feel like she does this all the time. She writes songs like from the point of view of like another person. And I just
Yeah.
think this one didn't necessarily hit for me. Um, I don't think she used Sabrina to like the best of like her potential.
No.
Um, Sabrina should have been on Wood. Like they should have been like it should have been like Wood should have been a concept of like two girlfriends talking, like sharing stories about like the new person that like they're dating and like
Yeah.
comparing
Yeah.
stories about their Wood. Like it should
Mhm.
be like doing what girls do, like talking about their sex lives together. Like
Mhm.
that would have been such a fucking good, brilliant Sabrina collab that would have
100%.
given Wood more credibility in my eyes, I think.
Yeah.
This one felt like it was a wasted Sabrina edition.
Yeah. I agree. It's again lacking depth, lacking that story component, and I think again bummed that that's how it ended.
Yeah. I thought it was cute that she ended it. It was like the audio of the final Eras Tour show, which I
Mhm.
thought was cute.
Mhm.
Um like very symbolic, I think, for like the concept of this album that she wanted to go through is like that this was about like her time on the Eras Tour, but um
Like again, I just think that there have been other songs that she's written about her struggle of being these two different people living in these two
yeah.
different worlds
I
and
mean, I
like what
think it's
it's
a
like.
lot of her songs cuz it's been
I
her
can
life.
like even I Can Do With a Broken Heart feels better on Life of a
Yes.
Showgirl.
Yes.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, you are going through such an emotional moment, and like, yeah, you have to get up there and you have to put a fucking smile on your face
I Can
and
Do With
do
a
it for
Broken Heart
the
should have been not like the track number 1 on this
yeah.
album.
And so, like, for me, it's just like there wasn't again a cohesive story around like what it's like to be on the road for so long and to
Yeah.
be building this image of yourself and like struggling with your identity like Charlie does on Brat. And so it's just like it's sad because it's like, yeah, this could have been a really introspective and like really vulnerable look at what it's like to be Taylor Swift at the top of her fucking game.
Yeah.
And we don't get that. And like again, famously, she has been building this relationship of authenticity with her fans. And like I think this would have been a really incredible moment for her to like be like, yeah, thanks guys, like I spent the past 18 months like performing for you guys every single night and I put my blood, sweat and tears into that and like now I just want to be happy in my relationship for a little bit and like that would be such a better story to tell.
Yeah.
But c'est la vie, we're not Taylor Swift and she doesn't give a fuck about our opinions. So
So go
maybe you
buy
guys
those 4
will.
other albums. Get the acoustic tracks, get the voice note.
Where do you think last question, where do you think this falls like in your ranking, power rankings?
Um Honestly, I'll say above I think Tortured Poet's my bottom.
Okay.
I never really got on the train. Honestly, it was too long. I couldn't listen to it enough for it to
Yeah.
grow on me.
Okay.
I think all right, actually this is fun because I mean I'm starting really from 1989. Like
You don't have to include, yeah. You can
cuz
just
like
start
the
from
other
19.
ones don't really make my rankings because I don't feel like I'm educated enough on them to put them in there. So, I think my top God. I mean, my top 3 are 1989, Lover, and Folklore. Like, but I
Okay.
don't know how to rank them. Mm, I'm gonna have to go. I think Lover first.
Okay.
I love Lover, and then I think I'm going Folklore. Then 1989. I'm gonna say Midnights.
Okay.
I really liked Midnights. Um, I'm going to do something controversial here. Life of a Showgirl,
Okay.
then Evermore,
Mm-hmm.
then Tortured Poets.
Got it.
Evermore, I know there are people, and I feel like maybe you're one of them that likes Evermore more than Folklore.
Yeah.
I
Guilty.
yeah. For me, I was already like, I'm like, okay, I've had this. Like, it was so similar to Folklore that I was like, it never had its moment to like have its own persona
Mm.
to me. Like, I almost wish it was like Evermore, or yeah, Folklore, then another album, then Evermore. Like, kind of
Mm.
like going back. Like, it felt it like it just meshes with Folklore too much for me, so I never really got to like really absorb it.
Okay.
So that is my ranking, I think.
Okay.
What about you? You have a
Uh,
lot.
this album falls to the very bottom for me.
Okay.
This is my least favorite album that she's done. Let's see. I gotta think about all of
I
them.
know you have a lot more than me to go through.
And the thing is that what and the reason I love Taylor Swift so much is that like usually her historically her albums have come out in a very emotional time for me, and like I resonate with the music that she's put out because like I'm going through something similar, or it's just like a moment in time where I'm like really emotionally heightened, and so that's why it means so much to me, and like this one is not feeling it, so like
Which is
um
interesting because I feel like you have been going through like an emotional time. Like, I feel like the state of the world is really like hitting you. And so, but I think there is, like we've said, there's like the difference between this album and it feels tone deaf in comparison. And so I feel like that's why it's really like not hitting for you.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So number 1, Reputation. Number 2, Evermore. Number 3, Red. Number 4, 1989. Number 5, Folklore. 6, Lover. Lover's a little hard on me because that album came out when my ex and I broke up,
Yeah, tough, tough
the
timing.
Italy ex. So it
Super
was
tough
kind of
timing.
like,
Yeah.
and right before we broke up, we went to Watch Hill, which is the beach that she has the house in. We have a photo of the two of us in front of it, and I'm like, thanks for the great album, Taylor. Like really encapsulates my life. So boo.
Yeah, tough. Yeah,
Um,
Lover was really kind of set up for failure on that one.
yeah. And then after that, it's Speak Now, Midnights, Fearless, and then um, Debut, and then Life of a Showgirl.
Where's Torture Poets?
Oh, sorry. Tortured Poets probably comes above Life of a Showgirl.
Okay, so it's Debut, Torture
Hmm.
Poets, Life of Showgirl.
And that's not to say that I don't like a lot. There are not specific songs on
Totally.
Tortured Poets that like don't speak to me, and I
Yes.
love them deeply. But again, like it comes down to
Collectively,
the collectiveness of it and the storytelling that just doesn't speak to me on a level that the other ones do.
yeah. I'm gonna end this on a hot take
Okay.
that I've seen out there, and in agreement with it. Is that I fear William Bowery wrote a lot more than we were led to believe, because
100%.
since the end of the William Bowery relationship, nothing has been the same.
Absolutely.
And it does kind of make me sad because I'm like, I'm so happy for Taylor. She's with the love of her life. She's getting married. She like is getting all of these things that she's always wanted. The love songs that she wrote about Joe Alwyn are just so much better. Like, the way that she
Again,
wrote about love, the way that she
Lover,
I can't.
Reputation,
I can't.
Folklore, Evermore, and Midnights, all really good
Like,
albums.
the way that she wrote about feeling in love, and like the way that she wrote about the relationship, I'm so sorry, but peace stab me in the fucking heart.
One of my favorite songs of all time is Ivy from
Hmm.
Evermore. How's one to know that I'd meet you where the soul meets the bones? Sorry.
Like, it's just there's just a difference in like how she writes about being in love when she was in that relationship versus this one. And like I don't mean to be someone that's comparing relationships or being like she had a better relationship with him, like probably not, like
Yeah.
we don't know, but like god, the art that came out of her in that.
When the falling feels like flying till the bone crush, please.
Would it be enough if I
Would it
could
be enough?
never give you peace? Like I that song is one of my number one Taylor songs. Like could
Yeah.
possibly be
Yeah.
number one for me. Peace is
100%.
literally revolutionary. Like it is was a moment and it will always be famous.
Yeah.
And I just am like, we got and now we have wood.
And no, I would. And
Like
again,
and like
it's
Honey, I
like
feel like I mean, Honey is a great song. Opalite, I feel like is really cute. Wishlist is really cute, but I just feel like they're very cute. But I'm like, there's no like soul crushing like love
and
song.
that's the problem that we were talking about is that there's no gut punch. There's nothing that makes you be like, "Holy shit,
Yeah,
the love that exists here is once in a lifetime."
yeah.
Yeah, sure. I could have good sex with fucking anyone. Any Joe Schmo. Am I gonna write a song that would it be enough if I never gave you peace?
Like that song just like ripped my heart out, stomped on it, and put it back in. That song rocked my world.
Yeah. So again,
And
that's
like
why
Midnight
that's
Rain,
why a lot of
even
people are just
Midnight Rain.
I, again, Joe Alwyn, the muse that you were.
We can never thank you enough.
All Travis is giving Taylor is sexually transmitted CTE. Okay, like I am like the way he's
Sexually transmitted CTE.
I can't take credit for that. I did make a joke in the group chat where I was like, it feels like Travis's CTE is rubbing off on Taylor, but actually transmitted CTE is someone else's joke. But like,
I'm
I am
dead.
just like It feels like she's not having interesting conversations enough with him that like challenge her to think in certain ways.
Yeah.
And so that's why it feels like she's falling short. And again, you are the combination of the five people you keep closest to you. And like, who is that right now? Travis, Brittany, Blake Lively. Like, I just am like, it doesn't seem like you're keeping interesting company in order to like challenge your
Yeah.
worldview on
Like,
things.
sorry, you need to be like you. It was better when you had the tortured poets department or whatever they did call them
Yeah.
themselves. Like,
Sorry. Like if we think about like the last three boyfriends that she had, um, four even, Calvin Harris,
sorry, the one was
Tom Hiddleston,
amazing.
Tom Hiddleston, Joe Alwyn, Maddie Healy, historic run of UK men who were all really well read, contrarian, people who, have a lot of opinions on things. And then what do we get? Fucking Kansas City, Travis Kelsey. Like again, the dichotomy is just like it's glaring.
I'm so happy that she's happy. And I hope, honestly, I hope that this time post Eras tour, hope maybe post his retirement if he decides to retire, gives them the time to go fall in that like really soul crushing love
Hmm.
that will spawn some really beautiful songs.
Yeah, knocking on wood. It's all we can hope for. All right, fam. We could go on about this
We
for
could go
literal
on.
years.
Literally came into this being like, this is gonna be a tight 30. This is gonna be a quick tight 30 episode. Nope.
We had
Over
thoughts.
an hour. Over an hour on one topic. Who knew we could go on one topic for this long? Usually we're all over the place. But all in all, fine album. Enjoyed it. Not my top, not my bottom. Um,
Good for pop music, and I'll say that.
that's good for pop music, yeah. And I hope she has some time to rest because I think that she needs a little brain break.
Can't wait to hear what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. DM us, whatever you want. We want to hear from you. And yeah, until next time, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to See You on the Internet.
To keep up with the fun between episodes, make sure to follow us at See You on the Internet Pod on both Instagram and TikTok.
And to join in on the fun on the podcast itself, call the Kate Nicole hotline at 646-780-9063 or email us at hi@seeyouontheinternetpod.com.
We'll be back with a new episode soon, but in the meantime, we'll see you on the internet.